What's going on, YouTube? My name is FG3000, back in the place to be, and welcome back to the MMO Hopper. Today we're taking a look at a title called Marvel Future Fight. Yes, I am currently on a journey, taking a look at all of the top multiplayer RPGs on iOS and Android, and Marvel Future Fight comes highly recommended. So let's just jump right in, and I'm just going to kind of come out and say it. This title does mobile free-to-play so well. Like, I've been playing this game for hours and hours and hours, and I have never run into a wall where I've ran out of stamina before I was done playing. I've had tons of resources to play around with. I've gotten tons of characters to kind of jumpstart my journey into Future Fight. This game makes a free-to-play player feel like I feel wanted in this game. They're just like the title that I just played a few days ago, Ninja Turtles Legends. I felt like I hit the paywall so fast. I felt like the game was being so stingy with the amount of gameplay I could get. But in this game, let me tell you, like I haven't been able to drain out my stamina yet. Look at my stamina up here in the upper left corner, 638. I haven't been able to run my stamina out. I've gotten so many characters, so let's kind of start off with my roster first. I've gotten so many characters so far. I got Venom, Elektra, Mockingbird, Wasp, Iron Fist, Captain America, War Machine, Vision, Black Cat, Captain Marvel, Rocket Raccoon, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, Black Widow, Kingpin, Yondu, Punisher, Black Bolt, who the heck is this? Sin! Sorry, I don't recognize her. She's kind of new to me. She's not new to Marvel. She's been out for a long time, but I'm not really big in the Captain America Red Skull universe. But this is Red Skull's daughter. Anyway, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Falcon, Agent 13, looking absolutely sexy in this game. Look at that. Falcon, Hawkeye. I even got the brand new Sharon Rogers Captain America. Like, this game has an event going on, kind of celebrating Captain America's 75th anniversary. And typically when you play a game like this, you have to like shell out some money, or you have to do some really grindy event before you can get the special character. I logged in, I played the event, which took me 2 minutes. Literally took me 2 minutes, and I got Captain America Sharon Rogers. Awesome. Same thing with Sin as well. She has a special event going on for her as well. I was able to log in and literally get her as a login bonus. Let's see what else we have here. We have Bullseye, Winter Soldier, and we have Spider-Man. I can't be upset with the amount of characters they've already given me. Some of these were login rewards, and some of them were drops as well. So I've gotten plenty of characters. So super happy as a free player coming into this game for the first time. I feel like they gave me a lot of things that were free. So if I give this game any money from here on out, I feel like I'm giving them money because I want to, not because I was forced to. And a lot of mobile games on the store don't understand what that means. They try to steal money from you. They try to inconvenience you. This game has not been that way. It's been really convenient, and like I said, I probably will throw a few bucks at them to be like, job well done, developers. Really good job. So to kind of give you an idea of how much I've played so far, I've completed chapter 1 all the way to I'm right at chapter 6. And I really like the layout of the UI in this title. It makes it really easy to see exactly which stages that I've 3-starred, so I can at a glance see that, yes, all this is done, I can move on. Also really easy to look at these specific stages to see which characters drop from specific locations. It follows the same the mobile flow as a lot of titles. Let's take Iron Fist here, for example. 1 out of 40. I need to collect 39 of his shards to move him up to a 3-star. So very, very reminiscent to all of the other RPG mobile games that are in the store right now. But like I said, the UI is very easy to use. Literally all I have to do is say, okay, I want some more. Here are the stages that I have to go to find him. And the game has clear tickets. So I've gotten tons of clear tickets. Really, really easy to go back to old stages to collect characters and to farm without the game being super like stingy with these things. Like I've gotten tons. It's really hard for me to run out, and they're pretty reasonable to replace as well. So very easy for me to kind of get some biometrics for Iron Fist there. Now I'm all out. Can't get any more right there. But pretty straightforward. So as far as the UI is concerned, as far as the free-to-play cash model, I have felt very good about the title. As far as customizing your character, I'm not going to go into super detail when it comes to customizing your character here, because I'm actually still very new to this title. I do understand how to star up characters. There are also skills that you can actually rank up with gold. So I can upgrade this for 130,000 gold. Very straightforward. It uses an ISO system, just like Marvel Avengers Alliance 2, where these ISOs are basically like I don't know, mate. You can call them like armor and weapons from other games. So I can equip this to increase my physical attack, put it right there, done and done. So there is a very high degree of customization when it comes to how you want to make your characters. Do you want to make them more tanky? Do you want to make them more crit? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So when it comes to customizing your character, there is a lot. You can also upgrade his actual like body parts. So there's a lot of things to upgrade in this game. But I haven't felt like it's been pushing me to the cash shop at all. Can that change later on in the game? Yes, it can. But I feel like if a game has given you this many hours of gameplay, if it starts pushing you towards the cash shop way later down the road, I'm okay with that. This game actually does something a little bit different than, for example, Marvel Avengers Alliance 2. Instead of making the different, let's use a better example. Let's use a Captain America example. So instead of making a totally different character for Age of Ultron Captain America, it's one base Captain America, and then you have all of his costumes. So there's not like 5 Captain Americas in the game. There's one Captain America with multiple costumes. And right now the costumes are 60% off. Once again, just kind of giving me the appearance of this game is actually a pretty decent model when it comes to mobile. And I do like the way that the game has welcomed me into the world. But that is the cash shop. That's my roster and kind of gives you an idea of that. Let's jump over to combat here. So there is arena as well as missions. So I'll kind of show you the missions. Here are the story modes that I kind of talked about a little bit earlier. There are special events going on as well. So this obviously has to do tie-ins with the movie. So you have Guardians of the Galaxy as well as Ant-Man. There are dailies that you can do as well, which are really easy to go through. There is a villain siege where you kind of fight a super villain once per day. And as long as you have some high-level characters, you can knock these out. But I don't have anybody at 55 and 60, and I definitely don't have anybody really high-level. But this is already done. I don't think I can show you that again. Which is fine. So let's just jump into a basic story mode mission to kind of give you an idea of how the game plays. I'm actually going to do one that's slightly easier, so I don't really have to pay attention. So here's my squad here. You can actually set up different teams here. I wish it was a little bit, I wish I could have this earlier. So you will open up another slot to have more loadouts, but I wish they would give you these a little bit sooner. There's no need to inconvenience me on setups. There's a lot of times where I've had to come in and like make custom loadouts every single time, and I wish I just had a few more slots available, but it is what it is. So let's go in. Let's jump into the match, and I'll show you the combat here. Look at those Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, Miles, Spider-Woman, what up? All right, so this is an ARPG. All right, so one thing right off the bat, let's switch to Wasp for a second here. So if you look in your upper left-hand corner, there is a class Warfare Breakout. Now this actually has less classes than Marvel Avengers Alliance 2, and I think I kind of like it that way. It's very simple and very easy to look at a glance. So you have blasters, you have speed heroes, and then you have brawler style heroes, and then in the center you have universal. And I kind of like it that way. It's a lot easier to see what classes you're strong against. So it's very easy to kind of switch on the fly. So right now I'm going against a bunch of kind of brawler heroes and speed heroes. So if I really want to do the most damage, I'll use a blaster style hero like I'm doing right now with Wasp. Now, there is an autoplay feature. Now, the only way without spending money to do the VIP system, which I'm not really going to touch on too much, but outside of the VIP feature, there are 2 different levels of autoplay. So a basic autoplay that just moves your character, but you have to use your moves, and then autoplay plus that uses moves as well as moving your character. Now this is only available outside of VIP for stages that you've already 3-starred. So that's the only reason why she's just doing her abilities, breaking boxes and going about her way, is only because I've 3-starred this level. On levels that I have not 3-starred, I do still have to control her abilities, and I actually like it that way. I don't, when it comes to, I gotta get you out of here. Get you out of here, sweetie. Let's bring in Electra. When it comes to mobile games, I hate the on-screen joysticks. They are so terrible. I have my big thumb on the screen blocking half the action, so I don't mind the game I don't mind the game moving my character for me and then using my own abilities manually, because a lot of times they don't know when to use the abilities. They don't really know when they're surrounded by mobs and whatnot. So I kind of prefer that method, and it doesn't take anything away from the game. And like I always say when it comes to autoplay is strictly for missions that you kind of outgear and outlevel already. They're not super useful for the most part, not super useful for missions that are more closely tied to your level. I did kind of a mission where you fight a supervillain, and I had to control it manually. I had to, because there was too many things on the ground that my character just kept running in, so autoplay just was not enough to kind of save me from that. So, alright, so we have some blasters here. So let's switch to Electra. Do her little cool spin move there. I love this little side move where she just throws her sides out like a crazy person. She has this little cool kick right here, a little backflip kick. Every mission, you can actually call in one of the people from your friends list. So I can bring in Iron Man here, and he can blast from the distance. Let's see, so that's camera closer, this is camera farther away. So this is as far as the camera goes. When the screen is blown up, it probably looks like a mess, but on your mobile phone, it actually looks pretty good. All right, so as you can see, this is a mission where this is more my level, and as you can see, the combat takes a little bit longer. Every now and then, some of your teammates on your own team can come out and do abilities as well. So Punisher is about to whoop me up here, so let's switch out. Just kind of delay the inevitable a little bit with Wasp. Switch! So just like all these games, if anybody dies, you don't get 3-star. So I wanted to switch before she died. There we go, and Venom should be able to finish off Punisher here, but he's not doing a tremendous job, but he got it done. And there we go. And that's pretty much the gist of combat here in Future Fight. So I like it. It's okay. I prefer the tactical turn-based RPG of Marvel Avengers Alliance 2. But if that game didn't exist, this would probably be my primary Marvel game that I would play. It's a really, I mean, this game has so many characters. They do such, I mean, look at this. Look at this. First of all, I want to look at her one more time. Sharon Rogers, what a cool design here with Captain America and Peggy. That's a great design, by the way. There's Captain America, there's Iron Man, there's Rocket Raccoon, Black Widow. Look at all the characters that are available in this game. There's just so much variety in this game. And I know the game has been out for a while and that's kind of expected, but as a Marvel fan, this is like a dream come true that they have so many characters, some popular, some not so popular. They did a really good job with the variety here, so you can't go wrong. If you're a Marvel fan, if you like ARPG style games, if you want a game that's not going to try to rip you off at every single corner, like I said, I know for a fact that eventually the game will start asking for money. I get that. I completely understand it. But it's just a matter of, do you feel like you've gotten enough hours of entertainment to warrant that? And I do believe when it comes to this title, it does plenty to earn your money, not take your money from you. So I give this game a lot of props, highly recommended. There is a few different PvP modes that I haven't played with just yet, so I'm not really going to go too far into this just because I'm still learning the game. There's so many modes and there's so much content in this game. It's kind of overwhelming at first, so I'm still trying to learn a little bit of everything. But I assume this is PvP. There's a co-op if you want to play with a friend that's nearby, I guess. This right here, I believe Battle World is the beta test of PvP, live PvP. So actually PvPing with people live, I believe. And then Alliance Battle, I think it's kind of like raids with your guild. So there are guilds in this game. There is chat. The guilds are called alliances, obviously. So there is a good degree of online multiplayer involved in this game as well. So that's pretty much all look at Sin, man. This is awesome, dude. I'm so glad that Marvel games have finally started to get really good. Because it's just been so long. Most of the Marvel games that have come out over the last, I know this game is a couple years old, but growing up with Marvel, there has not been a really good collection of games, and now we finally have a bunch to choose from. You have like Deadpool on PC, you got mobile games. It's getting good. You got tons of great movies. I'm going off on a tangent that has nothing to do with what we're talking about today, but that's going to kind of wrap it up. I give Future Fight a high recommendation if you want to go check it out. Once again, my name is FG3000. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video. Later.